guys, I'm Franco. Welcome to my cooking channel. Today we're going to make coppa at home. Capocollo, it's also known in Italy as capocollo or coppa. It's very easy. This is the first step you do. So coppa is made with pork neck. Don't use any other cut because that's capocollo means neck in Italian. Collo is neck. So you have to use that cut. Go to your supermarket, get a nice big one, and that's it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get a nice pork neck. This is a pork neck. I've already massaged some salt into it. So you get a nice piece like this. The bigger the better. You get a nice big coppa. Okay, don't worry about all of these little things. Leave it as it is. Okay, then what you do, I've already weighed mine. You put 40 grams per kilo of salt. Okay, 40 grams per kilo of salt. Then you put it on your pork neck, roughly like this, and you massage it all in. Get all the salt and massage as well as you can all of it into your pork neck. Okay, so then you leave it in a glass tray like this, or any tray, and then what we're going to do, okay, it's winter here, so you need to make these cold meats in winter, or you need to have a fridge that you can keep the stuff in. The ideal temperature is between 10 and 15, 16 degrees. It must never go higher than that. It is pork, it will go off. So once you've done this, you're going to leave it in this tray in the fridge, if it's not cold in your area, for 3 days. Okay, if it's below 15 degrees, 15 or below, in a cellar or whatever you have, that's fine. You can leave it there as long as it doesn't go over 15 degrees. That's the most it can go. So we're going to leave it for 3 days. It's going to let out all the water, and then I'll show you after that what we're going to do. Alright guys, so this is after 1 day. You can see it's the salt is drawing out all the liquid. That's what it's supposed to be doing. So it's going to be like this, as I said, for 3 days. So what you do is every day just empty out this water, and that's it. That's all you have to do for 3 days, depending how big your coppa is. If your coppa is very big, like let's say 5 kilos or 6 kilos, then keep it 4 days like this. But this size over here, this is 3.5 kilos, just keep it for 3 days. So it's day number 4, and now we have to put the coppa into its skin. We have to wash the salt off. It's done its work. You can see all the water that it's drawn out of there. The meat has been salted now, so it's going to cure nicely. It's not going to go off, and it's got enough salt in there. So it's been here 4 days. I kept it an extra day because this one is really big. So now I'm going to show you what we have to do next. What we have to do is we have to wash all the salt off it. Okay, we're going to do that with red wine. So you can just use the cheapest red wine that you can find. Okay, and you're going to have to wash all the salt off. So I just bought this cheap box wine, and we're going to wash it nicely. Okay, so basically you got to try and get all the salt off. And guys, this is a very important process, because if you don't do this, it's going to get too salty and it just won't be edible anymore. And you have to do it with red wine, because it's very important to make it taste like a proper Italian coppa or capocollo. So I'm just washing this as well as I can. You really got to try and take all the salt off, guys. Try not get it on your clothes like I just did. Okay, and we're just going to throw this one away. Put some new one. We carry on washing it nicely. Okay guys, so while this is soaking a little bit, I'm going to show you what to do for the skins. So in Italy, they wrap it in a proper, genuine pork skin. They get the big sheet of it and they wrap it in. But that's very difficult to get hold of. So what I do is I buy the artificial skins. Now these are edible. They make salamis out of this, whatever you want. You fill it with whatever you want. And they are breathing casings. So what I do is this. I just open them up. Okay. And then I make my own flat skin. So basically I'm just opening it, and then I'm going to wrap the coppa in here. The coppa has to be wrapped. It needs to be wrapped for curing, because if you don't, the outside dries up too much. It becomes like biltong, or what they would call it in America, jerky or something like that. Alright, so basically what's going to happen is, you see I've opened it up, and I'm going to put my coppa in here, and I'm going to roll it up and then tie it with string. The next step is, now you've dried everything off. Okay, you've taken out all the wine. The next step is to put pepper. Now pepper flavors it and it protects it. So if an insect or something happened to, try and get lucky with the meat, it won't. This will make sure no insects land on it, or just it'll keep it nice and clean. So don't be shy, put a lot of pepper on. Try and get it in all the little, basically you're gonna seal it with pepper. And then when you eat it, it's not gonna taste peppery, don't worry. This just makes the outside layer. The meat does take a little bit of the flavor of pepper, and it protects it nicely. So that's it, guys. Right, so when you've done that, now it's time to wrap it. So basically I'm going to wrap it in the skin, and then I'm going to tie it. And you have to tie it so that it takes the nice round shape, like when you buy it in the Italian delis. So basically it's like that. Try and do it quite tight. And that's it. So now I'm going to tie it with the string. And we're just basically going to get this nice big sausage shape. And let me just get the string going, and then I'll show you how to do that. Right guys, so now I've just got normal string, and what we're trying to do here is just make sure that the casing stays on, and that it looks basically like a nice, like a nice cylindrical shape. So it looks like the coppas in the shops when you buy them in the Italian delis. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm going as tight as I can. This will help squeeze out any moisture as well while it's drying. So in other words, it'll get done a bit quicker. If you snap the string, don't worry. Just tie it together again, make a knot, and keep on going. Pretty simple. Okay guys, so I'm going to finish wrapping this now, and then I'll show you what it's done. Okay guys, so I've finished wrapping it, okay, in the string. So now I'm just going to neaten it up by cutting it a little bit straighter at the ends, so that it looks a little bit better. And then we're just about ready to hang. So I'm just going to cut this side as well. This is purely just to make it look a little bit neater. You see, when you buy it in the shops, it looks like that. So look how nice and the fat content in this meat. Okay, so remember now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put a little bit of wine on the outside as well, and this will just keep on flavoring the meat as it dries. So I mean, already if you could smell this, you'd see how beautiful. So as I said, we're putting on this pepper. Always seal the end. You have to seal the end like that. And that's it. I've made 2 little loops just so I can hang it. And that's it, guys. So now we're going to hang it like that. This has to hang for 3 months. If you like it a bit fresher, wetter, like the way I do, then try it after maybe 2.5 months like that. That's nice and fresh and quite wet. Otherwise 3 months, and then you've got a perfectly good coppa made at home, better than anything you'll buy in the shops, and at a fraction of the price. So buon appetito, enjoy the coppa, and I hope you make it and it works out for you. Let me know. Thank you, and ciao ciao.